You are welcome to the Premier Top 4 podcast. This is a preview podcast for the Chelsea versus Arsenal match. A very big match, a big derby, London derby, a match that will determine whether Chelsea is actually the king of London or Arsenal is. And today I have a special person on the pod. This is a surprise. Nobody expected it. But I have football matters on the pod. He is one of the hottest people now on the internet when it comes to tactical analysis. I want him to, introduce himself. Though I've mentioned his name, but introduce himself and maybe tell you where his handles are if you don't know him. Um, Football matters. Just tell them who you are.
Okay, like you said, my name is Football Matter. On Twitter and then on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. Some call me Football Catalyst, Football Analyst, the Football Pacifier, Football Encyclopedia, and the Football Gospel Preacher. So it's just
Ah,
about football every time of the day. So yeah.
yeah. So as you heard, all those accolades. I think people who are always on this pod, we call Ten Hag the football philosopher, and then we have the football analyst and accolade and everything here. So I don't want you to scroll. I want you to just stay tuned and then make sure that you listen to all the analysis. The question is that what is Enzo Maresca going to come up with? What is Arteta going to come up with? If you want to know all that, the starting 11, just wait till the end and we'll give you the prediction of the 11s because once he talks, he knows what he's saying. So just wait and then let's continue. So before we get into anything, let's start from the beginning. The when we talk about the ambitions of these two clubs, a certain club. Anyway, I am Chris, and then I'm a Chelsea fan, so mostly I'm a little biased towards Chelsea, which people don't like on the pod. A certain Arsenal says that they are winning the league, but they are fourth. No, fifth actually, right?
That's it.
It was fifth.
Yeah.
Fifth. And then a certain Chelsea says they just want top four. And but coincidentally, they all have the same point, and they are on fifth and fourth coming into this match. How do you see the ambitions of these two teams playing in terms of how the two teams are going to approach this match? Football matters.
Okay, well, just like you rightly said, one team is just coming for the top four. If they make the top four, to them they've won a trophy or they have achieved their aim for the season. And then one team, if they do not win the league, it will feel like an underachievement, Arsenal. Because last season we saw them break a lot of records, including outperforming their best team or arguably their best season ever, the invincible season. They had more last season. Arsenal had more wins than that invincible season. They scored more goals and they conceded lesser than that invincible season. So this season, to some people coming into it was a make or break for Arteta because they feel like he has no more excuse. He has been backed and he has been, given enough time to prove himself in the league. So unfortunately, this is November already, early November, and then the league is looking somehow for especially Arsenal. To Chelsea, they are on track because they are fourth on the table, and then Arsenal are fifth, despite the fact that the both teams are level on points. But it's just nobody wins the league in November. There is still enough time. Arsenal are missing their key player and captain Odegaard. So it doesn't matter what position Arsenal are now and what position Chelsea are now because there are a lot of matches to come forward.
Okay. Okay. So looking at the matchups on the pitch, who do you think is going to be the standout player in terms of Chelsea and Arsenal? These two teams, who are the players that we are going to see them, influence the game? Or if you were a coach, who are you going to build your tactical formation around in terms of Chelsea and Arsenal? So if you take Chelsea and then you take Arsenal, let's go.
Okay. Well, for Chelsea, obviously, Ice Cold Palmer, he's definitely the Chelsea star boy, and then for Arsenal, is Bukayo Saka. These two guys have been so incredible from last season till this season. There are only few players, about six of them, who have scored 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists, and then Bukayo Saka and Cole Palmer alongside Gordon, Salah, and Oli Watkins and one other person. They're on that list. So these two guys, and this season they have continued as well. Talking about Bukayo Saka, this season he leads the league in terms of assists. He has 7 assists. In terms of big chances created, he also leads that list. He has created 14 big chances, 7 of which came as an assist, and then he also has the most chances created. Kopama, on the other hand, is not doing bad for himself. He's always second or third on that list in terms of maybe be it assist, big chance created, and chance created. And Kopama this season, he has proven that he's not a penalty man because people stereotype him or with the penalty stuff. But this season he has scored 6 non-penalty goals. Last season, even from last season till now, he has scored 19 non-penalty goals. And he's proving that he can as well, you know, not only score goals but also assist in open plays. We have seen him this season in one match. He has had the most assists in a match this season, and then the most goals in a match this season. Most goals, 4 goals against Brighton, and then 3 assists against Wolves. Saka, on the other hand, he straight away in the first 6 matches of this season had assists in each of the matches. He has been the big chief chance creator for Arsenal, and then whenever he's not in the match or he's missing in the match, you will see that there is a difference in what Arsenal are doing. So the importance of these two guys in their different teams cannot be overemphasized, and is very obvious that they are distinguished themselves in those two teams.
Okay, so as we've mentioned these players, they are. I'm just trying to look at, say, Saka. Who do you think is going to Enzo Maresca is going to put on the other side for Saka in terms of the matchup? So I'm looking at the fact that these days sometimes we see Cucurella starting and sometimes we see with James starting on the left. So if they are facing Saka, who would you go for if you were Enzo Maresca?
I actually feel like Cucurella is a better defender than Gusto. You know, Cucurella is somebody who thrives in winning duels. He's very competitive, and I think also that Enzo Maresca would want to stop the right back experiment. Inverting Gusto, be it as a pivot in the midfield or in the half spaces when Caicedo Lavia are playing as a pivot in the midfield. He inverts him on, if he's playing as a left back in the left half space, and then on the right side, as on the right half space. I don't think you want to try that experiment since it's not working, as Gusto has not been very productive in attacking returns. So I feel like Cucurella will very much start this match, especially because of Saka is going to offer a handful of attack. Why I love Saka is that he's a very good textbook player. You understand? He's a very, if he's a student, he will be a very that perfect student that gives the teacher what he wants. He reads the book perfect, and then the only reason why people criticize him is because he doesn't have that flair like the likes of Foden or Palmer or Yamal. And that's why some people shit on him sometimes, and then some people feel like he creates more via set piece, be it corner or the free kick, but it doesn't matter. It's not easy to take a free kick and get your opponent. So it's definitely going to be Cucurella, and it's not going to be easy between the two of them. Are good in what they are doing. Cucurella loves battle, challenging people, running on duels and stuff like that. But it's just going to take more than just Cucurella to keep Saka, quiet, because Arsenal will be looking to isolate Saka as much as possible on a 1v1 situation against Cucurella. Yeah.
Okay, so looking at that, who is going to stop Cole Palmer then for Arsenal?
Well, I'm looking at Timber. I feel like he's going to start on that left hand side, while White starts on that right hand side. Yeah. Um, Madueke will okay. If Madueke starts as a right wing, which I feel like 90% is going to start, then one of the midfielders, especially I'm looking at maybe Mikel Merino, if he's going to play on a pivot with Partey, or because I'm Rice is still a doubt in that match because of a little injury. So either of Miguel Merino or Thomas Partey, I feel like Arteta will give one of them a special assignment to keep a close eye or be at close range with Kopama, because we have seen this season that a lot of the times when Kopama is being marked, it takes him out of the game. Yeah.
Okay, so are we going to see a close game where all the two teams are going to be so tactical, or we are going to see a game where one team is going to dominate and the other team is going to defend? What do you think?
On average, Chelsea have come out with 55% of the possession in the first 10 games. Arsenal, on the other hand, had come with 50% possession. So I feel like it will be a very close tie. It will be a game of phases, a game of um, you have your own period, your own sessions, a 10 minutes period where you put the team on the pressure, on the back foot, and you try to see if you can exploit them. The other team, on the other hand, tries to defend well and then hit on the transitions. Generally, I feel like there's no going to be a much dominant team. Like we are not going to see a 60%, 40% position. We're not going to see a 70%, 30% position. So it's going to be a very close tie and it will be a game of chances. Who is going to take their chances more? So yeah,
Okay, so my question is that are we going to see one of the two coaches
yeah.
pulling a surprise, where maybe coming up with the tactics that we don't expect, or you think they're just going to do the same thing? They are not going to tinker much with the team. What do you think?
I don't think any of the team is going to do something different, especially with Enzo Maresca. He's somebody that is very stubborn with his tactics. He believes in his principle and his setup or way of playing. So I feel like he's going to still maintain that way of playing. Maybe he's going to change one or two players, bringing in Cucurella inside the lineup, and then maybe I don't know, Sancho is not ready yet. Maybe Neto also. So I think Cucurella is going to be the major change, and Chelsea will try to attack whenever and however possible. Then on the other hand, Arsenal, I feel like if Arsenal go a goal or 2-0 up, they will they will try to be pragmatic. They will try to control the game, to win the match. So that's the only that's the only situation where I feel like we are going to see a team become more dominant. If Arsenal should go a goal up or 2-0 up in the first half or before Chelsea or in any part of the game, maybe early in the second half, they score another goal, then I think they will defend their lead because Arteta has shown that a lot of times in other games this season.
So I think the whole season, every Chelsea fan, including myself, our problem is our defense. Do you think this defense is capable of coming out of this match with a clean sheet? Chelsea's defense. Can you analyze the defense, the back four for me?
Well, for Chelsea defense, it's obvious. Is bound to happen. It's inevitable that they are not in sync with each other. They have conceded a lot of goals because of inconsistencies. They are quite a young squad. Chelsea's squad generally is the youngest in the league, 23 years. And no matter the team, even Baka that is playing a young squad, when you look at Baka, you look at the goalkeeper section, the youngest goalkeeper out of there is Inaki Pena, he's 25 years old. Was Chesney and then the injured guy, Testegen is 30 something years. In the defense, you have Inigo Martinez, very experienced defender, 33 years. You have Kunde. He has won one of the best centre back in when he was in Sevilla in La Liga. You understand? So they have a very good experienced squad in the back line. In the midfield, they also have experience. Rafinha is 27 years, and then they have another experienced guy, Lewandowski, 36, leading the front line. Chelsea does not have all those things. You can't take away experience in football, and that is what Chelsea is paying for. So with Chelsea, they are still going to concede. This season so far, they have conceded 12 goals. It's more like they concede one goal each match. As well as it's not just Chelsea, but Arsenal too. Arsenal, they are saying they have a good defense, but they have conceded 11 goals this season. So it's not been convincing enough, and it's something that Chelsea you will be looking at. Yeah, these people concede chances. They have conceded 11 goals. We try to test their defense. And these two teams quite have similar things in common. They are fourth, they are fifth in the league. And when you look at the big chances created in each match, they have Chelsea have 5.3 big chances created, while Arsenal have, sorry, Chelsea have 3 point. Both teams average 3.2 chances, big chances created each match. And then in terms of shots on target, both teams also have Chelsea have 5.3 shots on target, while Arsenal have 5.1. So
Subscribe to my channel.
Welcome
Okay, so if you look at our Barcelona, like I mentioned before, Barcelona has experience in every department of the field, from defense to attack. They have an experienced player there. Unlike Chelsea, from defense to attack, no experience, no leadership. So it's something that is going to take quite a time. So the inconsistency will still linger in Chelsea. But Chelsea and Arsenal have some things in common this season. So in terms of big chances created, they have 3.2 each. And in terms of shots on target per match, Chelsea have 5.3, Arsenal have 5.1. Goals conceded, Chelsea have conceded 12, Arsenal 11. So they are quite very close, to each other, and they will look at. And this match will be a match that two of them will look to create the separation between each other. So yeah.
Okay, so if you were, let's start from Arteta. If you were Arteta and you are bringing up your 11 to win this match at Stamford Bridge, what are you going to go for?
Raya obviously in the goalkeeping position, favorite centre backs Saliba and Gabriel. On the right hand side, White. On the left hand side, Julian Timber, is going to contain, be it Madueka or whoever is going to play on that right hand side. On the midfield, Partey has been very good this season. He has been very dominant, controlling the midfield. And then I'll have Declan Rice is still a doubt. If he's available, I'll play Declan. But if he's not available, then I'll have to go with Mikel Merino. And then as number 10, I'll go for Ethan Nwaneri. On the right hand side, Bukayo Saka. Left hand side, I'll start Martinelli and then bring in Trossard. And then in the number 9 position, I'll bring in Havertz on the number 9 position. Then in the
Okay.
second half, if Ethan Nwaneri is not doing well, I'll bring in Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus
Okay.
and Trossard will enter. Gabriel Jesus playing as a number 10 because he's more dynamic, more experienced, can operate on the half spaces and have a good, partnership with Havertz. I would rather play Gabriel Jesus on that number 10 instead of Trossard. Trossard is not a good number 10. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then let's look at Chelsea. Which 11 do you think will be good for
For
Chelsea
Chelsea,
to win? Yeah.
I'll have Sanchez at goalpost. Then on the right back, I'll have Reece James. Two centre back is Fofana and Colwill. Left hand side, I'll have Cucurella definitely. In the midfield, continue with the midfield pivot of Caicedo, Lavia. In the number 10 position, I will play Cole Palmer. On the right wing, I'll go with Neto, and then on the left wing, I'll go with Mikhailo Modric, and number 9 as Jackson. Yeah.
Okay. So why Mudrik?
I feel like Modric is showing promises. He's done well in the, whether be it the League Cups or in the Europe with the Conference League, and he will he's going to stretch that Arsenal defense with his runs, and he's learned to not be one dimensional, always trying to cut in like we see a lot of inverted wingers now, trying to cut in to get a shot away. We see him now trying to run on the byline, and he has a good left foot for a cross. And I feel like he has accurate cross on his left foot more than his right foot. And now he's become more matured. I see him doing the cutbacks perfectly well, or trying to pick out a teammate instead of just crossing the ball, And that's the reason why I'll pick him ahead of Madeke. He who seems like the criticism he's getting from the internet, the cyberbullying is getting to him. In the last match, I saw him being afraid to take on Mazraoui. Unlike him, you understand, he always wants to take on his man. He was isolated on a one-on-one situation every now. But each time that Gusto makes the underlapping run ahead of him or makes the overlapping, he gives him the ball. He's quite good, but I don't think that's the reason why he's being played. To make just simple passes to the right back, overlapping or underlapping him. So he really needs to get on the bench and then show that anger he normally shows when he wants to be subbed into the match. Yeah.
Okay. So you are going for Mudrik, and then so you are saying that. What about the Nkunku and Felix? All those guys, don't you think they are ready for the first 11, or they don't fit in? What's going on there? Because there's a big debate that's going on now.
Yeah, I've also had my own say on that big debate. I feel like Nkunku should be on the lineup. If he doesn't get into the first 11, definitely next summer Chelsea is going to lose him. You know, Nkunku is somebody that will help Chelsea to stop being one-dimensional, stop being that Cole Palmer teams, which they seem to be like. You know, he's somebody that operates on that half space. He has played there against when he was in Leipzig, you know, supporting Andre Silva, you know, running off and on him, making those behind runs, and then making the attack more fluid and dynamic. If he's in that half position, I said I'll play him when Reece James is very fit, you know, to do his normal attacking and defending. You know, if James is more fit to do the normal attacking and defending, then James can hold the weight. When Chelsea are with the ball, you know, they attack with five. Chelsea, Reece James can hold the weight so that you have James as the right wing, you have Kopama, you know, in the right hand side of the midfield in the half space. The other side you have Nkunku. At the other as a left wing, you have Neto or Sancho or whosoever there, and then you have Jackson in front. In the midfield, you have Caicedo, Lavia, and then in the back three, you have Cucurella, Fofana, Colwill. You know, this way you have five. You are still it's still the same setup with what's it called? Enzo Maresca, who likes to set up with five attacking, five defending. You know, you still have five people defending, and you still have five in attack. And these five people you have in attack are very much clinical, very much direct, and their decision making is very much spot on. You cannot shit on what Reece James can bring in terms of his crossing. He has different techniques in the way he crosses the ball, and he can also, you know, crack a shot from distance or make runs into the 18-yard box. So and then he replace Palmer, because when you mark Palmer, you leave Nkunku free. You know what they need to do. The three of them, Nkunku and Jackson, have a very good understanding. They've shown that under Pochettino during the preseason before Nkunku got in. And now, as far as the league is concerned, Palmer and Jackson have a perfect partnership, and they are the best and have combined in scoring. So you see these three people. Jackson has also shown that he can drop deep and then take his player on. You know, if he drops that deep, Nkunku will be the one making that run behind the defenders, because he's going to drag out one of the centre backs to him. And then if Jackson receives the ball deep, you know, dropping deep, he can give it to Palmer. Palmer, who can now give a one-time pass for one running Nkunku, and then you have a chance created. And then you want to have Nkunku on a 1v1 situation, or you want to create a chance for Nkunku rather than Jackson, because that we are to score bigger goals. Yeah, so yeah, Chelsea have to find a way to use it to that. If they get to that, there will be a team to beat.
Okay, so which means if that works, then in a situation where in that same scenario you can actually bench Nkunku on the day that you don't want to bench him, and then put slot in Felix in that same role again, and then
Yeah,
having one of
yes,
the right backs
yes.
to overlap, and it will work. But why is our coach being so stubborn in the overlapping? He always wants his
The,
wing
the,
defenders to underlap instead of overlapping.
the reason why he's doing that, I feel like the reason why is because of James. You know, James missed almost the whole season last season. You know, he's not been playing for almost 1 year. The same thing as Nkunku. So they have not reached that fitness level that you want from them. You know, James right now cannot go front and back with his ACL. He's still healing. You know, that ACL injuries, they are career-ending injury in the 80s, 1980s. You get what I mean? But now, because of the improvement in health facilities, with 1 year, you know, after the surgery, you can heal. So it's some injury that some people even go a year and 6 months, and some people never recover from it again. They will lose form forever. So it's something you have to take time for it to, you know, heal, and not allow James to go front and back. You know, we know he's the best attacking athlete in terms of the defenders there, be it Gusto or Cucurella. So that's the reason why Gusto is even being played ahead of Cucurella, because Gusto is more attacking than Cucurella. So, and for now, he doesn't want James to attack. He wants him to be part of the back three in order to limit the distance he covers. So when he heals properly, and then Nkunku, remember, he's been out for a long time too, so he doesn't have that fitness to also track back. You know, so when everything is said and done, Nkunku is very mobile and he wins duels. He can defend. I know he can defend because he started his career as a left-sided eight under Unai Emery, and he was covering up for Kuzawa, who was also a left attacking minded defender. So it's something that he can do and it's something you enjoy doing. So if for the balance is there. It's just for these guys to get up to the fitness level that will benefit the team and the coach. So before December or January, we will see them get playing together in the same team.
Okay, so what is your prediction? Your prediction for this match?
I see a draw.
Is it a scoring draw or you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I see a 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw. Yeah,
Okay, so that's
it's a
it.
match that
You don't
when
think
the
Chelsea
first
can win it this time around? We've been in the trenches for so long, you know.
I don't see Chelsea winning that match.
It's a draw again. Okay, okay.
They can,
So
they can they can surprise me. I feel like it will be a match that Chelsea will draw, but it will feel like a loss for them because they feel like they had more chances. They feel like they played more, they played more than Arsenal. Just like the Manchester United game or the Liverpool game, they feel like they should have gotten more results from those matches, especially the Liverpool game. In this one too, I sense the same thing. I feel like Arsenal will score will equalize or be the first to score through a set piece. And or I feel like one of the Chelsea defenders will make a mistake that will cost the team. So yeah, because they're still inexperienced, obviously. So inconsistency is bound to happen.
okay, fast. So as you already saw it, football matter. He gave us all the ins and the outs of this match. So if you love to see him more, let me know in the comment section, and then we are going to make sure that he comes back to it. Because if you guys don't watch this, he's not going to come back. So I think we thank you so much. It has been insightful. And next time that we have a big match, we're going to invite him again to come on the pod. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. We will see you again. Peace out.
Peace, no shades.